Hey everyone, it's Chrissy from Everyday Survival Gear, and I know it's been a while, but hopefully now we can get back into this and get started on some new reviews. I got my new phone, which isn't like brand new, brand new. Well, it is brand new, but it's not like a brand new model. So hopefully the sound is supposed to be better, the video quality is supposed to be better, and whatnot. So hopefully the reviews are a little bit better. It's kind of got no actual video mode where I can push play and pause and stuff. So yeah, still here in the dungeon called the shed. Not that much light, just like maybe 2,000 lumens, but it still looks dark as hell, as usual. Anyway, so I've already been blabbering on for like a minute. Today we will be reviewing the Nitecore P26. I've actually had this light now for a long time. So if you follow me on BLF or Candle Power Forum, you'll know I've had this light now for like 3 months or something like that. So yeah, you'd hope I would know the specs by now, but I do not. So let's get the review started and start something up 10 seconds in like usual. Alright guys, now I've got the phone set up on manual mode, so hopefully it cooperates and we can get the review done. Had to like manual focus and stuff. So let's talk about the light. What you get in the package is you get the clip, which can be placed front or backwards, whichever way you want. You get the tactical ring with it. You also get a sheath, as some may call it. I kind of feel like the video is going to be too dark, but if I go higher it overexposes it, so I don't really like it. You do get a lanyard and spare O-rings. You get like a spare button cap and just the instructions and warranty card as usual. Yeah, you see when it's on white, I quite like the way that it looks on the camera on manual mode. ISO 800, but it isn't too bad. Alright guys, now we'll just run over the specs. So basically the Nitecore P26, its claim to fame is a infinitely variable brightness tactical flashlight dial. Yes, that's the one we want. So basically it's got a ramping mode. Why can't Nitecore just say ramping mode? So you can choose anywhere between 0.5 lumens to 1,000 lumens. We just ramp it back up. If you do get one of these, I suggest that you oil it, because my one was so hard to move before. Also, if you go too high, it does kind of activate the strobe mode. So just keep that in mind. Just don't go like crazy. See, even before it clicks over, it'll activate it. See, and then it'll click now, and then it'll be activated earlier. So yeah, but that's okay. No light is perfect. So it utilizes a Cree XPL HI V3, so at least they tell you what LED. V3 is the top bin, I guess. Maximum output of 1,000 lumens. So it's got Nitecore's typical integrated precision digital optics technology, provides extreme good reflector performance. I think they need an English translator at their office. So yeah, you can see it does have a pretty much a small to medium sized reflector. It's not too big but not too small. It's just right. It is a lot smaller than the C8. This is a S2 Plus here with the SMA reflector. That's pretty dirty. So you can see it's a little bit bigger than the S2 Plus. Not much bigger, but whoop. We want a perfect shot. And what else does it have? Boasts a peak beam intensity of 24,000 CD and a maximum throw of 310 meters. Yeah, so basically, as I said, it's not really like the throwiest, but not really the floodiest. It's a pretty good beam pattern. We'll go outside and we'll check it out. Tail switch for tactical applications. I don't know what Nitecore means by that, but no worries. High efficiency, constant current driver provides unwavering output and runtime up to 500 hours. So basically, if you use a good 18650 cell and you run it on like moonlight mode, 0.5 lumens, you should probably get like 500 hours of runtime, which is pretty good actually. A lot of people only use their lights for moonlight mode just to get around. integrated impact resistant mechanism with reverse polarity protection. So as usual, like Nitecore have pretty fancy drivers. So it does come with reverse polarity protection. Advanced temperature regulation module. So because this light isn't high output, well, 1000 lumens is still pretty high, but compared to today's standards where everyone tells me I want 100 million lumen light, well, good luck carrying around that 100 million lumen light. Yeah. So it basically, I should say, it doesn't really get that hot anyway, but it is winter here, so yeah, who knows. Integrated full metal tactical ring. So you see it's got one of these bastards. It's pretty good. So I like these on bigger lights, especially more so than this light. Like, it makes one-handed operation pretty easy. So if you're holding it here and you got to click it, or if you're going to hold it like this, you know, you kind of do slip. So the tactical ring does help a lot. Two-way stainless steel titanium plated clip included. So I didn't know it was titanium plated. Pretty fancy. Titanium. Constructed from aero-grade aluminium alloy with high anodizing type 3. Hard anodized finish. I don't know what they mean by that. But they didn't go with their matte black. They went with their shiny black. Not sure how well you guys can see that, but it's not the best finish ever. Like, it is a really good and strong finish. I did scratch it to check it out, and it didn't scratch. But I kind of don't really like the shiny finishes. To me, it makes it feel a little bit cheap, but that's just my personal opinion. Everyone has their own likes. Waterproof in accordance to IPX8, 2 meters submersible, impact resistance to 1.5 meters, and tail stand capability. Not on this thing, because this thing, like, I don't know, I was using the heat gun out here, and now this piece of rubber, or whatever it is, plastic, it doesn't want to, it does do it, but trust me, it does do it. How's that working? Yeah, this rubber mat here is all like wavy now because I was using a heat gun at like 400 degrees Celsius and I just ruined it. Alright, had to answer the door, so now I don't know where we're up to. Basically, we'll go over the batteries. So it can run on a single 18650. When we take it apart, I'll explain something to you guys. Basically, you're best to use a protected button top 18650 because flat tops won't fit. Or you can use your primary CR123s. Obviously, you need 2 of them, or 2 RCR123, so 16 340s. Lengthwise, it is 149 mils, so 5.87 inches. That's about standard for every male. I think is 6-inch standard. Head diameter is 31.8 mils, 1.25 inches. Tail diameter is 25.4 mils, so 1 inch in diameter, and you can see it's got a little nut core there. And weight is 128.5 grams. So basically, it's not the smallest, most nimble light, but then it isn't also like too huge and big. It's kind of in between, so that's what it is, you know. At 1000 lumens, and the style of reflector that it is kind of like an in-between light. If you want something a little bit more throwier than your S2 Plus, but not too throwy, this will be a good stepping stone. So yeah, basically at 1000 lumens, it's doing about 3 amps, so you'll get about an hour of runtime. And at 0.5 lumens, you'll get 500 hours of runtime. So as I've already said, 1.5 meter drop resistance, and IPX8 to 2 meters. Yeah, so basically no modes because it's ramping. So this is the world's easiest review. So you turn the light on and you just ramp to whatever kind of mode you want. How good's that? How's the, I hope the focus of this is good. When I go inside and edit this, I'll find out the hard way. But I hope it's focused fine because it's on manual mode now. I've never really had to record on manual mode. Alright, so we'll take it apart and check out how it's built. So many threads on the back here. I'll show you guys. Maybe now we can get proper shots of the threads here. Wait, let me, I can do this stuff. Look at that. It works. Fucking hell. Fucking awesome. Why didn't I buy one of these earlier? Alright, so you can see the threads there. There's so many lines of threads. You got an O-ring there, so O-ring sits tucked inside. This tactical ring doesn't even, like, it spins onto its own part. So it's got its own, it's gone forever now. So it's got its own It's got its own threads there, which are a lot thinner. Can you guys see those threads too? Wow, look at that. We can manual mode. So if I put this back down now, is it going to go out of focus? It's a little bit blurry, but we'll tap it like so. Oh, voila, look at that. So the clip is reversible. We'll take the battery out. So I've got a Samsung cell in here now, 30B. They're pretty similar to the NCR 18650s. You can undo the head like so. We'll take it apart. The threads, actually not as many threads on the front, which is a bit funny, but not bad. So whatever that is there, it's aluminium obviously, but it's milled out like so. And you got this thing, and if you listen to it, and it's broken. So apparently this is it's not really broken, but if I keep on flicking it, it might. It's kind of like a nipple. So this is the positive, and obviously the ground ring's still there. This is that Nitecore system. I'll have to go through the manual. Give me 5 hours to check, please, guys. This is the what part is it? Oh, I can't remember now. So this mechanism is the actual anti-drop, whatever it's called, impact resistant mechanism. So obviously you got the battery in there, and it's on a spring that's very springy. Well, if you had a spring that wasn't springy, is it still a spring? I give up. So the battery hits, and obviously it bounces off, and hopefully it doesn't short circuit and blow you up. So that's the front end. What they didn't tell you is it does actually have AR coated glass. If I try and get it there, you guys can kind of see it. Yeah, you can see it. That's pretty much it. Like, it does have a more tactical feel and look to it. I can't open it because it's glued, even if I try. So yeah, overall I think it's a very well built light, very well thought out. I quite like the ramping on it. It's not perfect. It does ramp pretty quick. They could have kind of like slowed down the ramping, but then you're never gonna satisfy everyone, and I'm one of the people that you're probably never gonna satisfy also. So yeah, overall it's a very well built light. It feels very sturdy and solid. So yeah, we're gonna take it outside now and compare it to a few other lights that I brought out that are probably dusty as hell. We'll compare it to this Rofus, because they're pretty much the same size reflectors. Rofus is a little bit bigger, but both XPL HIs, so there should be similar output. Also this light that I brought in 2014, the Jet Beam Jet M Pro. I've had this light now for like 4 years, and it's got a XPL, not an XPL HI, and the S2 Plus. So let's go outside and see how it goes. Alright guys, now we got the phone is set to auto mode. Eventually I'm going to move it over to manual mode and start shooting at ISO that's proper to manual mode. So everything will look not the same because it's not the same output, but it'll be more linear for us. So right now this is the Nitecore P26 on its lowest mode. Apparently 0.5 lumens, but it does seem a little bit brighter than that. So yeah. I know this phone kind of has a weird focus system. If I just leave it in the backyard, it doesn't focus the best. So yeah, we'll see how it goes now. Alright guys, so still on 0.5 lumens. We'll ramp up now. We'll slowly ramp up. We'll see how slow that we can ramp up. Still ramping. Still going. So I guess you can ramp slowly, or you can ramp fast. It depends what you want. And there we go, too high. We'll ramp back down so I can show you guys. Or you can go a lot quicker if you want. This is probably about 200 lumens now, somewhere around about there. We'll go almost about halfway. That's too far. That's about halfway there, I think. Probably 600 lumens. Then we'll go all the way to the top. That's about the top there, which is just about 1000 lumens. So you can see beam pattern wise, it is pretty good. It is kind of throwy, but not overly too throwy. 200 meters it gets to the tree. Hopefully you guys can see that on this new camera. I'm not sure if you will be able to. One trick I can do on this new camera is we can go to a wider shot. So there we go now. That's the wider shot of the light. So you can see it's got a very wide beam pattern. Yeah, it still does have a pretty good hotspot, but it's still a fairly wide beam pattern. We'll switch back to the normal camera. And there we go. You know, it is a cold white tint, and the XP or HIs, when they're in cold white, they are kind of white, well, obviously, but they are kind of pretty cold. But it isn't too bad overall. You still got pretty good color entering. You know, on the phone at least I can see that the chair still looks blue. So yeah, we'll grab the Rofus. I believe it's called the KR20, and see how it does against this light. Alright guys, as usual, we've got the Rofus KR20 on to the right, and we'll put the Nitecore P26 on to the left. So Nitecore here, Rofus here. You can see output wise they're pretty much the same. There's not much difference in them, even like beam pattern wise. You can see the Rofus is a little bit throwier, but not that much. So yeah, they are pretty much almost the same setup. Tactical style lights too, both of them. So yeah, both SMA reflectors and AR coated glass and whatnot. So that is to be expected. Next up, we'll do the S2 Plus or the SMA reflector and see how that goes. Should be pretty good. Alright guys, now we've got the Convoy S2 Plus on to the right and Nitecore P26 to the left. So you can see the Nitecore is very much going to outthrow the S2 Plus, but it's not like a crazy difference. We'll go to the wide angle camera and see how it goes. So the wide angle camera, you can even see my clothesline, my inside clothesline hanging outside now because I've got no room to move around in the shed otherwise. Yeah, so you can see not too much difference, but just that little bit of extra throw by the P26. Output wise, pretty much the same. I think the P26 looks a little bit brighter, but that might just be beam pattern also, so it's hard to tell. Alright, to the left is the JetBeam Jet 3M Pro, the original. Oh no, this is the second edition I think. And to the left is the Nitecore P26. So right JetBeam, left Nitecore. Is a different beam pattern, and the Nitecore is a lot brighter, but they are similar looking lights, similar size reflectors, just slightly different setups. So I thought I'd bring them outside to try. Not bad actually. I think the Nitecore, this is the Nitecore on now, has a pretty good mix between throw and spill. So yeah, it's kind of a bit annoying if you go too high to kind of activate the strobe, because it does kind of throw you off, but it's not too bright of a light where it really matters unless you're using it up close, which you have it turned down low then anyway. Alright guys, so that's a review of the Nitecore P26 done. Here it is here. Yeah, it's a great all-round light. I quite like it. It's got a good mix between spill and throw, and it's built like really well. It hasn't missed a beat this whole time that I've had it for the few months. And I also forgot, I got it from Fastech, so I'll leave a link in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. And stick with me while I try and figure out this camera, because right now it's in auto mode and I can kind of do like weird stuff if I go like this, but then it doesn't let me start when I'm already in video mode, so I'm kind of standing here like a spastic. So yeah, I don't know, but when I figure it out, hopefully the videos are better. 200 videos later and they haven't been better yet, so don't count on it. But and also welcome all my new subscribers. Even though I haven't been putting out videos, you still subscribe, so you must be a sucker for punishment. Welcome, and I thank you all. And I'll have another video out soon. Fastech sent me one of the new C8s and a new S2 Plus, so I'll try and pop one of those out as quick as I can. Alright, thanks for watching guys.